A new star has emerged from the sultry atmosphere of Louisiana in the middle of the swamp, where the Spanish moss hangs from the oak trees like a curtain and the Mississippi River murmurs stories. John Foster, an 18-year-old country singer from the little town of Addis, has won over the hearts of the nation as the runner-up for American Idol 2025. Foster has been selected to top Louisiana's float in the Tournament of Roses parade in 2026, which is a move that combines Southern pride with Hollywood elegance. The leaders of the state and the organizers of the parade made this declaration just a few days ago. It promises to transform the historic New Year's Day spectacle into a foot-tapping celebration of Creole culture, jazz rhythms, and unshakable fortitude. Imagine this scenario: the fragrance of freshly cut roses and the sound of enthusiastic spectators shouting fill the air on Pasadena's Colorado Boulevard. In the midst of the ocean of intricate floats, towering mechanical wonders decorated with millions of petals, the entrance from Louisiana glides forward, resembling a crew that is floating during Mardi Gras. John Foster stands at the forefront of the march, guitar in hand, his voice reaching across the parade route with versions of Colin Baton Rouge and patriotic anthems that are reminiscent of his journey on American Idol. It is more than just a performance. It is a vow that the spirit of Louisiana, which was created in the fires of storms and harmonies, will not be silenced. A typical underdog tale, with the toughness and resilience of the Deep South, permeates the narrative of Foster's story. John was reared and born in Addis, a little town located just west of Baton Rouge. He grew up strumming his grandfather's old Gibson acoustic guitar on the porch swing. In a recent interview with WWL-TV, he said, "Music was our family language, with a drawl that was as thick as gumbo. We'd sing through the storms, literal and figurative." When she was 18 years old, fresh out of high school and an LSU freshman studying music, Foster decided to take a chance and auditioned for American Idol. His high-energy performance of Colin Baton Rouge by Garth Brooks, which he performed during Hollywood Week, went viral and accumulated millions of views. In addition, it received positive feedback from the judges, including Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lionel Richie. After seeing Foster play, Bryan commented, "John adds that genuine country fire to the show. He's got Louisiana in his veins, raw, passionate, and unbreakable." There were ups and downs during Foster's stint on the program, but ultimately it was a success. He made his way to the top 10 with a heartfelt rendition of America the Beautiful, which paid homage to his patriotic origins, and he stunned in the finals with original songs that combined the twang of country with the flair of Cajun. Despite finishing in second place behind pop music superstar Maya Rivera, who hails from New York, Foster's standing as the runner-up propelled him to celebrity status. His first single, Bayou Heart, reached the top of the country music charts in just a matter of weeks, and he received numerous offers for record deals. Now, as the state of Louisiana is preparing for its Rose Parade float, the choice of Foster feels like the perfect match. The state has a long tradition of participating in the parade, with previous floats featuring anything from jazz superstars like Louis Armstrong to wetlands that are teeming with alligators. The topic for the year 2026 is Celebrate Community, and the design created by Louisiana captures the essence of that theme. The float will be designed with a massive rose-covered replica of the Louisiana state capitol at its center. This will be surrounded by blooming magnolias and animated figures that represent the state's diverse heritage, such as Acadian fiddlers, Creole chefs, and a nod to the LSU Tigers. The float was designed by a team of New Orleans artists and Baton Rouge engineers. Foster will be performing live at the center of the float stage, accompanied by a brass band from the French Quarter. When the announcement was made in Baton Rouge, Foster addressed the press conference and stated, "It's an honor I never dreamed of." With his cowboy hat obscuring his face, he flashed a smile while Governor Jeff Landry and the procession leaders looked on. Growing up in Louisiana and now being able to raise her up on that parade route is something that I'm really excited about. We will demonstrate to the rest of the world what the soul of the South truly looks like. The choice to showcase Foster was not made on a whim in any way. The people who organized the parade were looking for someone with a fresh face who radiated youthful energy and ethnic pride. Karen Rosenthal, president of the Tournament of Roses Association, commented, "The perseverance that is exhibited by the state of Louisiana is comparable to the journey of John. He is a beacon of hope for others, having traveled from the porches of Addis all the way to the stages of Idol. His performance will inspire millions of people who are watching from their homes." Preparations are a frenzy of creativity and logistics in the background, behind the scenes. The Louisiana float is described by float designer Raul Rodriguez, who is well recognized for his work on Disney-themed entrants, as a living, breathing piece of the bayou. "We're incorporating sustainable elements, recycled materials from post-hurricane rebuilds, to highlight recovery efforts," he further elaborates. "Concealed hydraulics will give the capital a dance that is in time with Foster's beats, while lights-emitting LED will imitate fireflies in a swamp at dark. Petals in tones of purple, green, and gold, the colors of Mardi Gras that symbolize justice, faith, and power, respectively, are being hand-placed by floral artisans from all across the state who are offering their time and labor. For the state of Louisiana, this is not only a matter of pageantry, it is also an issue of cultural and economic boosterism. The Rose Parade attracts more than 700,000 spectators and reaches a total of 28 million television viewers throughout the world. Officials in the tourism industry anticipate a multi-million-dollar surge of revenue from the increased number of visitors to locations such as the Bayous and Baton Rouge. Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser said, "John's spotlight will provide us with a fresh perspective on the map. Think jazz festivals, crawfish boils, and now, a country star who's one of our own." The event takes on additional dimensions because to the personal touch that Foster contributes. He is working with local musicians. Among them are Idol alumni such as Lane Hardy, who is another Louisiana native who won in the year 2019. "Lane has been a mentor to me," according to Foster. "We're planning a duet that mixes our styles, his rock edge with my country heart." In addition, the float will pay tribute to the musical legends of Louisiana. It will feature a petal-shaped picture of Fats Domino, a sculpture of a saxophone in honor of Sidney Bechet, and more subtle references to contemporary celebrities such as Harry Connick Jr. Anticipation increases as the calendar gets closer and closer to January 1, 2026. Murals depicting scenes from Foster's idolization are displayed along Main Street in Addis, his hometown. Schools are integrating his narrative into their curricula in order to educate children on the value of endurance. According to his music teacher from high school, Ms. Elena Thibodeau, he's proof that dreams don't have borders. "From our little porch to Pasadena, it's magical." However, Foster continues to maintain a sense of reality. "This float is not about me. It is about all of us," he wrote in an emotional statement on social media. All sorts of natural disasters have struck the state of Louisiana, ranging from floods to fires. "We celebrate, we sing, we ascend in the air." His comments resound in a state that is still recovering from the recent storms, where music has always been the salve. On the day of the parade, with the sun rising above the San Gabriel Mountains, Foster will walk atop that float, guitar slung low, prepared to serenade the entire world. The audience will become carried away by his tunes, applauding by raising rose flowers. It is a moment that is at the intersection of American Idol and American tradition, where a boy's porch fantasies float along a boulevard of possibilities. The newest star hailing from Louisiana is not simply taking the stage. He is lighting the way for the next generation of people with aspirations. In the end, this parade float is more than just a show. It is a symphony of heritage, hope, and harmony. John Foster, whose voice is as expansive as the Delta, serves as a reminder that greatness may emerge from even the most modest of beginnings. On that cold morning at the beginning of the new year, Louisiana will shine more brilliantly than it ever has before.